welcome back to my channel. My name is Rocio, for those who don't know. Today I'm going to be doing a story time about the first time I got caught sneaking out of the house. It's gonna be some tea. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys about the first time I got caught sneaking out. It's not the first time that I had sneaked out, but it was the first time I got caught doing it. So I had already sneaked out before. This was back when I believe I was a freshman, or was I a sophomore in high school? Damn, wait, hold on. When was it? I believe it was sophomore year. So yeah, it was sophomore year, because my freshman year I lived in Texas. I used to go to Tolleson Union High School. It was back in, I want to say, 2011. I had gone over to my cousin's house. It was a weekend, of course. Mind you, I'm gonna give you a little backtrack of how, like, who I am as a person, or who I was at the time. Back in the day, I was a little wussy, okay? Like, I was a miedosa. I wasn't down for the get down. Like, I was scared of everything, and then I started doing things. I don't want to say they influenced me, because everybody's their own person. You have your own head. You know what you're doing. At this age, you're like, what, 15, 16? You know what you're doing. You know what you're getting yourself into. You know from right to wrong. And so I don't want to say that I got influenced on doing this, because I went on my own will. I chose to go with.
Oh, now you can't speak English.
You know, so I don't want to blame anybody. Back in the day, I was able to get peer pressure into doing things really easily. Till this day. I still am. I went ahead and spent over the night at my cousin's house. We had already done it, and so I didn't have a bad feeling for it or anything. So we ended up spending the night. We used to, oh my god, I don't know if anybody like used to do this or what, but back in the day, okay, so we would spend the night, right? And we got ready. We wore our little mini skirts, and we got all dolled up at the time. And her mom didn't like suspect a thing, because we used to do that even when we didn't sneak out. We used to do that and take pictures and post them and pretend like we went out, because sometimes, you know, we're a little lame.
Gay!
And obviously our parents wouldn't let us go to a lot of things. Mind you, this cousin is from my mom's side, and my mom and her dad are like siblings. And to be honest, they were kind of strict. They were really strict. When growing up, my mom was really strict with me, so she wouldn't let me do a lot of things. First of all, I was freaking grateful that she would even let me spend the night at her house, because my mom would never let me. Till this day, she don't like me spending the night over at anybody's house. And that's how she was back in the day. So get ready, take pictures, and then take it off, and then literally go grab a bag of hot Cheetos, make herself a sandwich, and go watch TV. And her mom saw us doing that a lot of times. So this night, she didn't suspect the thing. She's like, oh, they're probably gonna get ready and then take pictures and then, you know, go do something else. But little did she know that we were actually gonna go out. We took pictures. We decided to sleep in the living room because we wanted to watch TV. She had, I think it was DirecTV or something, where I guess you can program your TV to stay on for a certain amount of time, and after that it turns off on its own. Like, you put a timer to it. And so she had a couch that turned into a bed. So what happened was, we took it out, we stayed there, we laid down, we're just taking pictures. Her mom was like not suspecting a thing, and she went to bed, right? And everybody was in their room. This was already like, I'm gonna say 11 at night, 11:30, almost gonna be 12. And we go ahead and do our hood rat shit. We put pillows underneath the blankets to make it seem like there was someone in there, when there wasn't. And it comes to the part where we're gonna sneak out of the house. Okay, I've always been a chubby girl, okay? I've always been a little on the thick side. Back in the day, I was around, I want to say 140, 135. And mind you, those were my skinny days. But, you know, normally people in high school back in the day, they were like skinny, and, you know, 140 was a little on the heavy side. So I was a little thick. I had a little gut. I wasn't as skinny as my cousin. And so we decided to sneak out through the backyard. First of all, her fence is it's blocks. They're gray blocks. And I was like, why don't we just go through the little door? And then she was like, no, because my parents' room is right there. They're gonna hear me opening the gate. And then I was like, well, what do you want me to do? And the time, my uncle had this very humongous tire. It was big, okay? I want to say it was like 4 feet tall, like maybe about 4 feet wide too. It was humongous. It was a big tire, and it was thick too. It was really heavy. You couldn't move it. We couldn't move it at all. And so it was very sturdy. So my cousin gets on top of the tire, gets on top of the you know, the gate, the bar, and jumps over. And she's like, just do what I did. And she was talking to me from the other side. I'm sorry, but my little fat ass could not get on top of that damn tire, okay? I was chunky, you know, I had some meat up in here in the front, and I couldn't, like, reach my knee on top of it. How'd you get on top of here? And she was like, just pull yourself up together from the bar. Just hold on to the bar and put your leg on top of the wheel and pull yourself. Okay, first of all, I have no strength of any sort, upper, lower, sideways. I don't have no strength, okay? And I couldn't, and I started cracking up because, you know, it was embarrassing. Like, I could not, I swear to you, I couldn't get on top of this big ass wheel. And my cousin came back, jumped over. I don't even know how she jumped over, because there was nothing for her to jump over from the other side. But that bitch fucking spider monkey her ass to the other side. She tried to help me, right? And she fucking pushes me from my nalgas, okay? Like, she grabs my butt and pushes me. We were dying of laughter. Like, I'm just a weak ass bitch. I'm a weak ass bitch. I couldn't. I started cracking up, and she like covers my mouth. Okay, we can't go. That's not an option for me. And so we go back inside, and we were cracking up. She's like, let's just go through the front door. And I was like, we were standing in the living room with the TV on, and I'm like, you want to go through the front door? They're gonna hear the lock. And then she's like, no, they're not. Okay, we got the damn keys to my uncle's car. And we fucking dipped through the front door like nothing. This happened so fast, like we did it fast, like so we wouldn't like make any type of noise, even though we made hella noise doing that because we went out really fast. So we got out the door, we closed it, locked it, we got in the car, she turned it on. As soon as she turned on the engine, she pulled out quick, burn freaking tire, and we did. Hey, anything for the peda, to be honest. We go on throughout our night, and we go meet up some friends. And that night we had decided to hang out with my friends because they wanted us to hang out with them. So we go to my side of the town, and we go pick up two of my guy friends and this girl that they had. I didn't know the girl. I just knew my two guy friends. I'm gonna call them two different names because I ain't trying to, you know, expose anybody. I'm gonna call guy number one Nopal. He's an ex now, and I hate nopales. I'm gonna call him Nopal. And then the other one was literally his beans and nopal. Okay, yes, they were like uña y mugre. If you know the meaning, they were like this. Okay, Nopal was my ex, and Beans was his best friend. They had some girl. I didn't know the girl. I had never seen her. And so we picked them up. Mind you, my uncle's car was a little Jetta. It was really small. It was a type of car that, like, if you would have to go sideways to a speed bump, because if you would go normally, the bottom of the car would scratch. So it was my cousin driving, me in the front, the two guys in the back, and the girl. So I guess she wanted us to take her to her boyfriend's house, and we did. We pulled up, we dropped her off, and then I was wearing tights, and the reason why I'm telling you guys this is because this is how we I was wearing tights, so I didn't have pockets. Back in the day, I used to have this like sidekick looking phone. It was a Samsung phone. It was like white and red, and I didn't have any pockets, so I told Beans, I told him to put it in his pocket, and he put it in his back pocket. And then he sat down, whatever. We went up on the way. We had to put gas, so we stopped to put gas at a Fry's gas station. Fry's is a grocery store for people that don't know.
No shit, Sherlock.
And so we were putting in gas, and then my mom calls me, and my heart dropped. Like, my heart was beating, and I didn't answer. And backtrack a little bit, on the way to the gas station, we were bumping music really loud, and so what happened was Beans fucking butt dialed my house, and my mom heard, and then so we were already at the gas station, and she was calling, and I ignored it, and then I was like, we got caught. I was like, Alondra, my cousin, I was like, we got caught, girl, we have to dip, because my mom is a crazy type of mom. She's crazy, okay? My mom is a type of mom that will go all the way to my tia's house to check if I'm in there. And she's the type of person to call me until I pick up. She's the type of person to text me that she's gonna call the cops if I don't pick up. And she's the type of, mom that would beat me in front of people. So, get a spanking. I was terrified. I wanted to cry. Alondra's like, no, she's probably calling you because to see what you're doing. I was like, Alondra, it's literally 1:30 in the morning. Why would she be calling me to see what I'm doing? Like, girl, we got caught. We got a dip. Let's go. And then they're like, you're being paranoid. Just when she calls again, answer. We'll put all the volume down. Just stay quiet. And she did. She called again. And I went ahead and answered this time. I answered, everything was quiet, and then I was like, hello? And she was like, where are you at? And I was like, at Alondra's house? What do you mean, where am I at? And she's like, you called me, and there was a lot of noise in the background, and there's a lot of music. And I was like, we're watching a movie. And then she was like, no, you're not. And I was like, yes, I am. I was like, we're watching a movie. I was like, do you want me to wake up my tia? I risked myself by saying that. I was like, do you want me to wake up my tia so you can talk to her? I was like, we're at her house. And she was like, oh, okay, we'll see. And I was like, here, let me go wake her up. She's like, no, don't wake her up. It's okay, I believe you. I was like,
we could go. Fuck with us and then we tweak.
Like, she believed me. I hung up. I was like, we're good. Not good. My mom, while I thought we were good, we ended up going to this other guy's house where the party was at. And Beans and Nopal, both of them, it was one bottle of vodka. And he brought his freaking Listerine. Like, he brought his Listerine with him. It was a small little Listerine bottle. No, the Beans had the big jumbo Listerine. So we get to the house where the party is at. We're outside. My mom calls again. And I was like, okay, no. I was like, this is not normal. She is either at your house or she called your mom, but we're caught. Like, I was like, we have to go. We can't stay here. Let's try to beat them before we get caught. And so Beans and Nopal were like, no, just stay. You're already caught. Just fuck it. Have a good time. Just relax. Just enjoy life. And I was like, no, you don't get it, okay? My mom will beat me, kill me, she'll bury me, she'll make my own funeral for me. Like, they wouldn't understand how strict my mom was. So I was like, I'm sorry, but you guys are staying here, we gotta go. And me and my cousin were shitting bricks, okay? We were cagadas, bien cagadas. And so we are on our way speeding because we're trying to beat them before my mom gets to the house. But little did I know, when my mom was trying to call me all those times and I was ignoring, I was like, you know what, get the hell out of the car, we gotta go. She was already at my tia's house, and she had asked them, like, she was like, oh, where are the girls? And my tia, obviously, we made the bed look like there's people in there, and she's like, they're sleeping, they're in the couch sleeping. And she's all like, can I talk to me, Rico? And she's all like, you want me to wake them up? She's like, yeah, wake them up. My tia goes, I feel so bad. She goes, opens, like, undoes the covers, and she realizes that me and Alondra are not in there. And then she was like, válgame Dios, no están ahí. And my mom's like, fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. She starts dialing me. That's when she was calling. Back in the day, our parents were like, oh, like, you know, ella es más aventadita, like, hace más, like, you know, locuras, and, like, they didn't think she was a very bad influence, but she was like, they're with her, because, you know, parents always have that thinking of one of our friends. And they went to her house, and she was home, and we weren't with her, obviously. And that friend, the friend that, my cousin's friend, she actually lived really close to me. She only lived like about half a mile away from my house. So we were a little bit more deeper into my town. And by the time we got to by where her friend used to, or lived, I don't know if she still lives there, but we come to a freaking red light, okay? So we're at a red light. I kid you not. Right next to us, literally, like this. This is us, me and my cousin. And right next to us was my mom and my dad, and my tia was in the back. And we were like this. My parents were so freaking pissed. They didn't even turn to look next to us. And I was looking out the window like, fuck. I was trying to cover my face. And my cousin was just staring the whole time. And I was like, girl, you're gonna get us. And she was like, we already got. We were freaking out. Okay, we were literally... There's no words. We're just saying some nonsense, okay? I wanted to jump out of the car. She wanted to kill herself. Like, it was crazy. And they're right next to us, but they were so mad. They didn't even bother to look next to the car next to them. My dad was just on the steering wheel like, fuck, I'm tired. I gotta work tomorrow. Like, why are they doing this shit right now? My mom was like the devil. She was like, literally looking straight and forward. Obviously they beat us there, and they were literally parked outside, and they were standing outside of my tia's house, outside in the lawn, and there were, all three of them were standing, and I can see my dad on the phone and my mom was calling me to the driveway. And we turn off the car and we get off, and it was the most awkward shit ever, like ever. We pull up there, they see us pull up in the car, right? And this is, mind you, we took my uncle's car, turned it off, right? We turned the ignition off, and then we're sitting there, and she's like, get off. And I'm like, no, you get off first. She's like, no, you get off first. And I was like, no. I was like, let's get off at the same time. And so we did. We opened the door at the same time. And my mom's like, where were you? Where were you guys? And I was like, at the movies. And she's like, at the movies? It's 2 a.m. What were you doing at the movies at 2 a.m? And I was like, we just finished watching the movie. It just finished. My mom did not take any type of bullshit, okay? She was not dumb. And isn't dumb. Let me see the tickets. Let me see with what money. Like, what you guys pay with? And I was like, we went with friends. The friends paid for us. And then they're like, where were you? Where were you? What was the reason?
What was the reason?
I just explained the reason.
What was the reason, bitch?
I don't need to explain myself to you.
Beyond scared for my life, and I didn't know what to say anymore, so I just started saying, I don't know. For every question they were asking, I was like, no sé. No sé. I almost forgot to tell you guys. They hadn't realized that we pulled up in my uncle's car, and they didn't even realize that we were in my uncle's car. They didn't even recognize. And when we were leaving, she was like, whose car did you take? And I was like, we just pulled up in my uncle's car. And they were like, se llevaron el carro, we didn't even notice. Oh, Dios mío, like, what the hell? You guys don't have your license, your permit, nothing. And they were freaking out. And that's when we're like, all right, no, you're leaving. And on the way home, my mom didn't beat me in front of my tias. You know, she was like, I'm gonna give her, you know, when we get home. So she didn't beat me in front of them at all. She started beating the shit out of me, okay? She literally was like literally hitting me, beating me. And I was just so nervous that I was cracking up, because usually I would have cried because I'm a crybaby. But I was cracking up because I was so nervous, because I was like, my life ends here. For the stupid choice of going out, my life is gonna end here. And I was like, oh, well, at least it was kind of fun or whatever. When I got off the car, when we got home, she pulled me by the hair. Damn. I'm snitching out on my mom. She fucking abused me. She grabbed me from my chongo. I had a little colita. She grabbed me from my chongo and dragged me inside. Me and my cousin were not allowed to hang out for about 3 months. I didn't see my freaking cousin. I was so close to her. We were best friends. Literally every weekend we'd be together, with family, without family. We would always be together. I lost my privilege of going of the reason of why I didn't spend the night at people's houses. I lost my privilege with her. I couldn't spend the night at her house. After that, I don't think I ever spent the night until like later on. We got our asses in trouble, and we got our asses even more in trouble because I don't know if you remember that I had said Beans had a fucking Listerine bottle. Well, Beans left the Listerine bottle in the back of the car. A big ass Listerine bottle. And I left my scarf. And because I had a scarf because I think it was cold at the time. It was around this time actually. I think it was around January, February. And I had a scarf and it was fresh, you know, so I had a scarf and I had left it in the back of the car. And there's evidence everywhere that we took the car. There was so many evidence. There's a big ass Listerine bottle, and they were like, why was there a Listerine bottle? I was like, I don't know, maybe he had stinky breath. But they disconnected my phone for about 4 weeks, for like about a month. But then they realized that they needed to get contact with me from and with like coming to school, going to school. I wasn't allowed to go anywhere for the longest time. Ever since then, I created very bad trust issues with my mom. After that, I completely lost my mom's trust, and it was hard getting it back, like super hard. Till this day, she still has trust issues with me. And you know, I always like say that, like, parents, like, if you don't want your children to lie to you, try to understand where they're coming from. I mean, I'm not saying letting them go out at 2 in the morning is okay for a 15, 16-year-old, because it's not. But, like, if they're 17, 18, and, like, Mexican parents, they don't care how old you are. If you're living under their roof, there's rules, and you have to respect them, because aquí no es hotel, okay? I'm just saying, be a little bit lenient with your kids. Trust them. And I'd rather, you know, have them tell me what's up and what's going on than having them doing it behind my back, you know, personally. Yeah, that's the time that I got caught sneaking out for the first time. The longest time I couldn't go out. I didn't do nothing. And it sucked, but it is what it is. Let me know if you guys ever got caught sneaking out, and if your parents, you know, were as rough as mine and my tias. Well, my cousin, she just got her ass grounded too. She pretty much the same punishment that I got, she got. Sorry, I got interrupted and almost forgot to close out the video. But to comment down below if you ever got caught and what happened and what they do to you, and tell me your stories. Tell me, unless, you know, you guys are good kids and didn't do it like I did, but but yeah, let me know, you know, any ideas of any videos you guys would like me to do. I'm gonna be posting twice a week. One is gonna be like makeup related, the other one is either gonna be like a challenge or a vlog, a prank, something different, you know, because I want to do a little bit of everything here, DIY, anything. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys you know, enjoyed the little laugh, a little story time of my dumbass. More of the story, kids, don't sneak out behind your parents' back, okay? Just be forward. If they don't let you, don't do it, because losing the trust is no good. And don't sneak out. But I'll see you guys later. Bye. Peace. Toodles.